Alrighty. Last day of the makeshift split, although not really makeshift, just temporary, is arms. And today I was looking into, I get a lot of my info on lifting from Jeff Nippert and whatnot, because he's a really good guy, I feel, and I really like the information that he has and all the research he does on lifting and whatnot. So I was looking into it, and I watched one of his videos on the best bicep workouts, and I wrote it down on my phone where he had each workout ranked. So I'm gonna kind of base that today, as well as triceps and forearms, on what tier he has everything at. So if there's, I'm pretty sure there's 2 tiers for each workout, or 2 workouts in the S tier for each, so I'll probably end up doing those. But yeah, that's the plan. So whatever those 2 are, I think dumbbell preacher curls are still on there, but using the preacher area, not just a bench like I do. So I'm gonna do that. So they're gonna be seated preacher curls instead of standing dumbbell preacher curls. And then also, this is a bit of a side note, I'm gonna be moving. I think I'm gonna change up my back and bicep day a little bit, because I know that I only train. I don't know why it never occurred to me. I think it was just because I so wanted my biceps and my back to grow a lot more and a lot quicker. But I only train forearms once a week, and I don't, besides legs, that's the only muscle group I can really think I train once a week. And then abs, I need to work on abs a little bit. I think I'm actually going to do some abs today as well, so it's going to be just a little bit of a longer workout, maybe, although arms never really does take me that long, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to integrate forearms into the end of my back and bicep day, so it's just going to be 2 back, 2 bicep, 2 forearms, instead of 3 back, 3 bicep, which 3 back, 3 bicep is already quite a large amount of volume, and I know that, but yeah, so that's the plan for today, and I will see y'all in the gym. Alrighty. Well, this one is not getting uploaded as soon as I was hoping it would be. Just kind of got busy towards the end of the New Zealand trip and really tired. However, still uploading it. So yeah. And I'm recording this now that I'm back from the New Zealand trip, and I've almost been up for 24 hours, so I apologize if I sound a little unenthusiastic and tired. It's because I am really fucking tired. Anyways, starting off this arm day with some dumbbell preacher curls. Now I decided to move to the actual preacher stand, and I think it went a lot better on the stand rather than it did on the bench. However, there's only one preacher stand in this gym here, so it's not always going to be available. So the bench, having just the incline bench, works just fine and may have to do for some of them in the future, but these felt pretty good. I felt like I was getting good range of motion and controlling them really well. Really good weight too. They felt really good. I was really feeling my biceps during it. And aside from this, there's some other stuff I'm not gonna say much about New Zealand. I'm gonna have a whole video. I'm gonna make a video for that coming out probably Thursday, and I'm just gonna do better now that I'm back on really keeping on top of my videos, so that I'm not recording them and uploading them so late. And now moving on to these Beijing cable curls. I'm not happy that I had to do them single arm. It felt really awkward, and I wasn't really a fan of the single arm. It felt like I was just trying to stabilize myself the whole time. I would much more prefer doing them both at the same time, but I just didn't have that opportunity because the other cables were taken. So we made them work. However, I will say in the future, I do think that unless I can get both cables, I would rather just do a different bicep workout than the single arm of these, because like I said, I still was feeling it in the bicep, but it honestly felt more like it was a battle to keep my body in the one place while also simultaneously moving the weight to actually do the workout. So, not my favorite workout of this series, but got the job done for that day. Then moving on, got the good old overhead tricep extensions. Now, I start a bit flat here. And slowly angle up once I realize that. But overhead tricep extensions have been a lot better. Been feeling it a lot more, getting a lot more sore now that I'm have it more angled the correct way when I'm doing it. I will say with these, when I am coming back before pushing out again, I have to make sure that my elbows don't flare too incredibly much, or else I feel like it just targets more the, let's see if it flares, the long head rather than both long and short. I could be wrong on that. And I also feel like I should say this as if it like wasn't already obvious, but you know, it's better to not assume what people think. Excuse me. I'm not a professional. I'm minoring in exercise science right now, so I'm actively learning about it and everything that's more beneficial and whatnot. And everything I say is just my opinion and just what I've learned in the gym along the 3.5 years, almost 4 now that I've been lifting. Actually, it is 4 now, I think. But, like, I'm not a professional. And things that I do in the gym, things that I say about the gym, about cutting, about lifting, about anything, are all subject to being wrong. I'm not claiming to be right in any of this. It's more all opinion. And I'm 100% open to just, hearing comments about it too. If I'm doing something wrong, I hope I get called out for it because I want to improve as much as I can. The more I can do something properly, the quicker and easier I can improve. And also, now that I was ranting about that, I didn't even talk about the last workout, but good tricep pushdowns. I think I'm ready to move up on those, so probably going to be looking into doing that in the future. But the next workout video won't technically be uploaded till like a week from today because I like to pre-upload them. This is a special case because I didn't get them finished before New Zealand, and then I didn't have much time in New Zealand, so these are getting uploaded kind of, it's still a week after I did them. Actually, it's over a week now, but it's just a whole hodgepodge. That's why I'm going to do 2 filler videos for this week and call it good there, and then get back on the normal uploading schedule next week. And then reverse curls. I really love me some easy bar reverse grip curls. I know that's not what it's on the screen right now. It's what I just did. Love them. They feel great every time. Really gets my forearm. And as for the wrist curls, I decided to try doing them on my knee, and I probably won't be doing them on my knee again. And it's not because it's like bad or anything. I just prefer kneeling and then having it over the bench rather than my knee. And I will say, as of like this clip, my wrist was not, like, it was getting worse, honestly. Like, it had gotten worse, which is why I'm only doing 10 kilos. Also, if I mistakenly say pounds, I always mean kilos, because here it's all kilos. I'm just used to pounds from the States, obviously. But, goodness, I'm tired. Yeah, it was just, my wrist was sore, so I had to go lighter weight, went a little bit higher reps, but I probably won't be doing them over my knee anymore. But as of actually recording this voiceover, my wrist does seem to be doing better, so we'll see. I'm also incorporating forearms into my back and bicep day, because I don't know why it took me so long. It was honestly, forgot the guy's comment, but he commented on one of my videos, talking about cutting and whatnot, and training of the forearms, I think. And he made me realize that I don't even train forearms twice a week, so I should I can afford to cut out 1 bicep and 1 back workout, as they already get, twice a week worked. So I'm going to be putting forearms into my back and biceps days, because I definitely think they are an area of improvement that I need in terms of muscle mass, so it should work out pretty good. And then to end off this arm day, got crunches, which aren't arms, but I have to put them somewhere. I also might be trying to
do cardio on the days where I don't have early classes, so go in the mornings that way. Excuse me. It's more spread out because I know cardio after a workout is kind of contradictory because of the cortisol release, which inhibits muscle growth or at least like can slow it down. So on the days that I'll be able to, I'm gonna do my best to try and do cardio in the morning, and then maybe even work in abs in the morning because like I'd probably go in the morning like 2 or 3 times a week. So if I just do like 4 sets of abs in each of those like mornings, I think that would be pretty good in terms of abs rather than working in just like the normal schedule. But obviously, to finish off the lift, some posing. I think my arms are starting to look pretty good. And I'm never trying to sound like egotistical when I say that. You know, I am genuinely just trying to judge how the posing's going and how the cut is actually going. I feel like I'm starting to develop some more shoulder definition, more than I at least had previously. I'm still working on the behind the back tricep grab. It still feels awkward trying to turn my arm around and grab my hand. But overall, it's not too bad. I think if I just rotate a little more towards the mirror, I could have a little bit more success in that area. And then, obviously, I've stated before how biceps are a bit of a not a like a soft spot in my physique, but I would just say like there's something I could definitely work on a bit more. I think they're looking pretty good, honestly. Watching this back right now, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how far I've come. And like I said before, I never even liked to train arms when I first started, but obviously I like training arms now. But pretty happy with how it's looking. So then of course I've got cardio for you guys, and then I also have every single shiny that I caught while I was in New Zealand. So y'all can take a gander at that, and I will meet y'all back at the apartment.
Chris. Really fucking click play as soon as I yawn. Well, as you heard in the voiceover, I am tired. Yeah, I just did my push day, which you guys will see in a week from now. But I'm recording the end of this video now because I haven't done it. Like I said, I'm gonna get back on top of it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lock in and make sure I'm actually getting them uploaded in coherent days, so I'm not filming the like after parts in the wrong days and whatnot. But yeah, we're back from New Zealand. It was a fun trip. I'm not going to go into it too much because, like I said in the other video, I'm going to make a whole, well, and obviously in the voiceover, I'm going to do a whole like little filler video explaining our trip with some videos and pictures, and hope you guys like that. It was a very, very fun trip. Very beautiful New Zealand is. But as for the workout, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously not happy with the wrist curls just because of my forearm or my wrist pain. Hopefully that will improve here in the near future. And then yeah, everything. I hope you guys like the shinies, and I know it's can be viewed as a bit cringy, you know, Pokemon Go, I am pretty sure isn't like, I know it's not the coolest thing in the world. I get that. And that's all fair, and if that's not your thing, you can always just skip through that photo part. But you know, I wanted to. It's kind of my way, kind of like the song of the workout thing. I'm just trying to incorporate like more aspects of me, like being more true to who I am and like my interests and whatnot. So, oh, also that new YouTube banner that I had that you should check out. I know it's very like, now that I think about it. In the moment, I didn't even think about it at all, but I know it's kind of reminiscent of Sam Sulek's kind of shadow banner or like profile image, but we took that image at the campsite we stayed at in New Zealand, and it turned out way better than I expected, so it's my background now. So I'm really happy with it, and I didn't mean it to be like Sam Sulek's at all, not that it matters, but yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really like the image. So, but again, I just want like the Pokemon Go stuff and the song of the workout and just some other stuff. I'm trying to spice it up. I'm just being me, you know, my interests and whatnot. I would talk, honestly, I would not mind talking more about, this is gonna be a long video, sorry. It's whatever, anyways. I would talk about video games for like hours, honestly. I'm a big video game guy. Obviously here in Australia, I don't have my PC or Xbox or anything, so not really doing much gaming, but let me tell you, there's some things that are starting to catch my eye that I want to play when I get back. Maybe I'll talk about that at the end of some other videos. I also need to just talk about Australia in general because I haven't done that much. So maybe I could do another filler video just talking about Australia, but it's already getting long, so I'll end it here. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.